Well, a hearty good evening to you and welcome in once again. It's time for another edition of Champion Brothers, ChampCast, Bubba's Big Broadcast, or,
Let's talk some Southern gospel. How about that?
yes, would you look, right over there's Neil.
Chris is right there where he always is.
And
Yeah.
in just a minute or so, we're going to have a special guest. But as we always lead off with over these last few weeks, we want to remind you of a special event coming up real soon, just a week from this coming Saturday. At the Fayette Civic Center in Fayette, Alabama. In concert will be the Lefevre Quartet, Chosen Witness, Faithful Friends. It's all going to be at the Fayette Civic Center at 530 Temple Avenue North in Fayette. Absolutely no admission charge. Just come and enjoy a great night of some great Southern gospel music. And if you need more information, just call Neil 205-664-3803, and we'll be glad to give you directions or whatever it is that you need. And we would love to have you with us. Ain't that right?
That's exactly right. Yeah, just you got another Sunday now before it, so just talk about it at church Sunday. Gather up a group of people and just bring a church load with you, or a van load of church people. How about that?
There you go. Or church load, either one.
I had a call last week from a lady asking, making sure she had the place right and all that. She said, "Well, we got a group of church members going to come," and I said, "Well, good. Bring your whole church with you. That'd be good."
And we're going to jump right in because from a remote location in the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia, we have a special guest joining us by phone tonight because they're on their way to the next date, and that's Jay Perrick from the Lefevre Quartet. How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing great, champion times two. I'm doing super. I'm on the bus going down the road at about 68 miles an hour.
Yes.
And we are headed to Indiana for the next 2 nights.
Please tell me you're not driving.
I am not driving.
Okay, good.
Jordan Lefevre, it's a miracle Jordan Lefevre lets me ride this bus, much less driving.
Well, man, we are so excited that the Lefevre Quartet is going to be coming to Fayette, Alabama. And tell you what, Neil told me just a few weeks ago when y'all were at the Memphis Quartet show, he said, "Chris, I don't care if they are coming or not. The Lefevre Quartet was the best thing going at the Memphis Quartet show. You guys are tearing it up."
Man, you know what? We had such a ball there. And it went by so fast. And the people are the reason why. We got up there, and there was such a sweet spirit there of, guys, y'all do whatever you want to do, make yourself at home. And most places are like that, but not every place. But when you get into a place like Memphis Quartet Show, when they've literally heard everything and seen everything, you walk up and you sometimes expect to get the feeling that you're just going to be another group and you're going to fall right into the meal. And they just didn't let us feel that way. They were so gracious to us, and it just went by in 2 seconds. It felt like we was up there about 2 seconds and we were done.
Wow. And I guess we talked a little bit about this before we started the broadcast tonight, but to address the elephant in the room, you guys announced just a few weeks ago that the Lefevre Quartet would be coming off the road. Just tell us a little bit about that decision and when do you know for sure yet when the last concert's going to be?
Yeah, yes, because we just found this out after the announcement was made that our last concert or our last appearance will be at the end of September at the National Quartet Convention. And then after that, the Lefevre Quartet will be no more. It's sort of a combination of things. And there is no problem between any of us here on the bus at all. We love each other like brothers. I've been here almost 3 years, and we've never really had an argument. We've never fought. It's been too good to be true, I guess. And I think with Jordan is only 31 years old, and he's got 3 boys at home. 2 of them are pretty small. And I think Jordan knows the nature of the beast. When you sing on the weekends, as the older your kids get, the more you miss out on, the busier your kids get, especially on the weekends. And that's when we sing, is on the weekends. And there's really not much you can do to change that. So Jordan feels the need to want to go home. Of course, Mike's been out here a good while. A good part of his life has been spent out on the road, and so I think he doesn't. I don't think he wants to go through a change in the front line, because anytime you change the front four, it's a setback. And Jordan is just, I call him the beast from the East, because that kid's going to stay up all night driving, and then he'll get up and sing tomorrow night like a bird. And he's just a monster lead singer. So when those two guys say it's time to come home, since they're the boss, then it's time to go home.
I heard that.
And every time, the economy is not helping at all.
Sure.
It's just beginning to, the wave is going to overtake us if we're not careful. So before there's any financial trouble, Mike called a meeting and just decided, hey guys, looks like we're going to take a different route here.
Well, I know this will be one of the last opportunities then that the folks will have to see the Lefevre Quartet here, especially in the West Central Alabama area. So I want everybody to come out and see us at the Fayette Civic Center a week from this Saturday, July 23rd, 6 o'clock. And, we're just going to have a big time. I'm not going to do it while you're on here, because I don't have you live on camera to get your reaction. But the whole sailing away thing at the quartet show, I'm just telling you now, I'm going to show that here in just a few minutes. But you guys,
let me say something about that right quick, Chris.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was privileged to be able to be at the Memphis Quartet show, and after seeing that set that night, I'm going to suggest that they add a new category to the Singing News Awards, and that is most animated artist. That needs to be in the Singing News Awards, and there's hands down who it'll be. I mean, and you people come on the 23rd, and you'll probably get an idea of what I'm talking about. So there you go.
Yeah. And I just go ahead, Jay.
That could be a possible reason why we're shutting down too. I may have got us thrown out of the business.
And Jay, I don't know if you can confirm or deny this, but I just got this in off of the Newswire that you are being considered for the next episode of Dancing with the Stars. Is that correct?
Yeah, sure. You know what? They'll believe anything these days. And I'm going to tell you what. Now, when you talk about the Memphis Quartet show, are you referring to what happened on Wednesday night?
When you did the whole song again?
Yes, that was Wednesday.
Yeah, we
just so you know, that encore was not planned, and neither were the shenanigans that took place on that. Those were not planned. That had never been done before, ever.
Right. Me and Scott, my cousin Scott, was sitting there with me, and we looked at each other and said, I don't think that was planned. I think this is just happening right now.
Everything you saw was spur of the moment, and it just happened to work out. I've got, now you're going to catch it from the front. You're going to catch it from the audience angle. I've got a video from backstage.
Well, you might share that with us.
That's worth $1 million. Because our piano player's daughter, he's got two girls, and those two girls were standing there with their phones, and they happened to be recording it. And it sounds like somebody's fired a gun up in that place when those guys took off. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
Oh man. And there's nothing wrong with having a good time in the Lord, is there not?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't take any amount of money for that moment right there.
And that not just then, because y'all do it all the time. And the group that I sing with, I'm the youngest of the group, and I'm 55, and we just cut up, carry on, have a good time. And I was like, there's nothing wrong with having, fun in the Lord,
there's
because
really
if you got Christ in your heart, there's joy in serving the Lord, and folks ought to see that.
Exactly. And especially when it is so out of character for Mike and Jordan and Will.
Yeah.
That's never been done before, and it will never be done again.
Right. Hey, it was great. Sure was. Hey, this year is a pretty picture Chris is showing everybody of you too, Jay. Hey, he's representing you well.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I've got
I'm sure
the
he
way
is.
this is split up is like we're in thirds on the screen, and I found a picture of you that just fit perfectly. So folks are getting to
Oh
see
dear.
you whether or not and hear you, but just not see you live. But we'll have a chance to do that on the 23rd. And I tell this
Yeah.
story all the time, Jay, and I don't know if you remember it or not, but what was it, about 4 or 5 years ago? I think when your son was playing, still playing high school football for Jacksonville,
Yes, sir.
and y'all
Yes,
came to
sir.
Fayette and had a playoff game, and I've done the PA announcing for a few years there. And at the end of the game, and I'm walking to my car, and my wife says, there's somebody coming towards you. And I turn around and I can't see because I'm looking directly into the stadium lights. All I can see is a silhouette.
Yeah.
And it's Jay Perrick. And I'm like, whoa, wait, what? And it
Yes.
took me a second. And I got that small taste of what you must go through every night when somebody comes up and says, hey, you remember me? I mean, and yeah, of course I remember Jay Perrick, but I was like, whoa, wait, what? Because you see folks when
Yeah.
places you're not expecting to see them. But yeah, that was a
Yeah.
cherished memory that you made for me that night.
Well, it was for me too because I was feeling low because y'all evermore beat our eyes out up there on that home field. That was, I think, if I remember correctly, that was, I want to say that was my son's sophomore year in high
Okay.
school.
I
I
just
think
knew it was a
it was
few years
sophomore,
ago.
junior, but yeah, and that was he came in his sophomore year, and that summer he said, "Dad, I think I'm gonna go out for the football team. I'm gonna play football this year."
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, that'll last about a week and a half tops. She'll come running home and crying to me. But you know what? That kid stuck it out, and they made the playoffs that year, and they won a game.
Yeah.
They won a game at home. They ended up hosting, and they won a game. And then we ended up going to Fayette, and good grief, you guys were just incredible. And I was feeling pretty low, but I was, I was just grateful that he got to play and be on a good team and experience some postseason. So I was trying to gear up to be there for him because I didn't know how well he was taking it or not. And so I was kind of on the downside, but it was nice to see you outside because I thought, hey, there's somebody I know. I don't have to drive home in the darkness and listen to my wife crap at me for going too fast on those country roads.
But man,
No, man, yeah, I remember that.
So looking forward to seeing y'all here in just a week from Saturday, and just can't say enough about how much we're looking forward to it. And I'm almost ashamed I'm almost ashamed to admit this, but I've not heard the Lefevre Quartet in concert before, and I was like, where have I been? And so I'm looking so forward to it.
Well, I am too, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Alabama, singing in Alabama, it's just different. And some reason, folks in Alabama, they are somewhat picky about their gospel music. They have good taste in gospel music, and when you sing well for them, they show you their appreciation, and they're great. Now, if you don't get up there and you don't bring your best, they don't care for it. And
Yeah.
but if you bring them your best, and you pour out your heart a little bit to them, Alabama, there's not another state like it to sing gospel music in, and I've seen that year after year after year, and so we love singing in Alabama.
Well, Jay and Neil, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm dominating this, and I shouldn't be because
Go for it.
No, you're fine.
But I'm doing, I don't know if I've told you or if you've heard it or not, but Les Butler started this deal called Real Southern Gospel Radio, and I'm privileged to get to be a part of that. And I've got a show that's right now airing once a month called Champ's Favorites. And I talk to what I call my favorite people and let them talk about some of their favorite songs. So I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit because I've got the last two Lefevre Quartet albums coming up. But I want you to tell me, of the songs that is on this latest album, which one of those is your favorite? And we're going to play it here in a second.
Right now, my favorite is the actual radio release, All the Praise.
Yeah,
by far. And I'll tell you why. Yes, it's a good song, and I love the big ballad stuff. I love the singing on it. I love the arrangement, all that stuff. I love that. But the absolute message of the Lefevre Quartet, when I came here, I love working for Mike Lefevre. And one of the reasons I came, Michael Lefebvre's always been one of the good guys in gospel music. Anybody who knows gospel music will attest to that. But he's also an humble man, great singer, but he's very humble about any glory, any praise, any awards, and all that stuff. And he leads this group in that fashion. And I appreciate that, because everything we do, the reason we were put on this earth was to bring glory and honor and praise to Heavenly Father. And that's been our mission since day one, since I came anyway. Will and Brian and Jordan and me and Mike all go with the mission of, you know what, we're going to go have a good time. We're going to sing high. We're going to sing low. We'll sing fast and slow. We'll do all of that stuff. But when it's over, just give God all the glory for anything good. Like the psalmist said, if there be any good in me, let it all go to the glory of the Father. And that is our mission. Just give it all to him, because he's the only one worthy.
Amen.
Absolutely. Well, man, we're going to let you go. I know you're getting a little bit more north of Atlanta. We don't know how much more cell signal we've got and all that. But thank you so much for taking some time to visit with us tonight, and looking forward to seeing you in person here a week from Saturday.
Man, it was my honor, guys. And y'all need anything else, y'all give us a holler. But yes, we're looking for a lot of folks, a lot of our friends in Alabama on the 23rd next week. Guys, I just appreciate what y'all do and what you do for gospel music. And I pray continued blessings on y'all and this show.
Well, thank you so much. Y'all take care.
Y'all do the same. Thanks.
Thank you. Jay Perrick joining us. And thank you so much, Jay, for joining us tonight, and looking forward to it next week. And I had so many things going on at once there, but our cousin Scott said, the neighborhood's getting sketchy with Perrick joining the show. I think he was just fun in there, and said to tell him Goober says hey. So I don't know if he's still on the line or not, but Jay, if you are, Scott Bolden said hey. So he may go back and watch this again pretty soon. But man alive, thank you, Jay, for joining us. That was fun. I'll tell you what, I'm still just in awe that somebody walked up to me and knew who I was, and it was somebody like Jay Perrick. I was like, wait, what? What just happened?
There you go. And a few years later, you're just going to bring him to town, to the Fayette Civic Center.
Yeah.
And let him tear it up with the rest of his guys.
We're not even going to beat up on this boy and them this time. So
That's right. Yeah.
Let's play that song, can we?
Do it, please.
Let's play All the Praise, the current #1 song in Southern gospel music from the Lefebvre Quartet.
Only one spoke countless stars ablaze. Only one could breathe life into clay. Only one can quiet raging seas. Only one has power to redeem. Only one spoke countless stars ablaze. Only one could breathe life into clay. Only one can quiet raging seas. Only one has power to redeem. All the praise goes to Jesus. All the praise to him alone. All the glory and honor forevermore. All the praise to him alone. Only one left heaven for a cross. Only one knows every pain and loss. Only one could die my soul to save. Only one the name above all names. All the praise goes to Jesus. All the praise to Him alone. All the glory and honor forevermore. All the praise to Him alone. All the praise to Him alone. Only one could crush the curse of sin. Only one was raised to life again. Only one is King of everything. Only one is coming back for me. All the praise goes to Jesus. All the praise to Him alone. All the glory and honor forevermore. All the praise to Him alone. All the praise goes to Jesus. All the praise to Him alone. All the glory and honor forevermore. All the praise to Him alone. All the glory and honor forevermore. All the praise to Him alone. Him alone.
The Lefevre Quartet and All the Praise. They're going to be with us a week from Saturday, which is July 23rd. There, you just saw it at the Fayette Civic Center, and looking so forward to that. Starts at 6 o'clock Central Time, in case you're watching us in another place, so, or another time zone. So, looking forward to it. That'll be some good stuff.
For sure.
Well, let's see
And
here.
We
Go
didn't have
ahead.
a whole lot on the plate tonight as far as what we're, going to talk about or do. So let's just wing it. So go right ahead with what you're fixing to show right then.
Well,
two.
Marcus Honnold is joining us, says he's listening in
Marcus.
and looking forward to a wonderful night of my favorite music, Southern gospel music, especially quartet singing. So, Marcus,
Yeah,
I think he was with us back in March for the
He
Dixie
was.
Echo singing. So,
that's right.
looking forward to coming back. Bring a load with you, Marcus. We'd appreciate that.
Please.
But well, do you want to play the video? We talked about that a while ago, and I was thinking about it. It doesn't show the entire part, but it does do the song and what we were talking about. You want to show them that?
That
figure
set
out
that we were
loud.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that, boy. It
So-
was good. Let me tell you, and like he said, that was not staged, was not planned. It happened just impromptu, and it was. You could just tell. I mean, it just. It was a great moment to be there in person and see.
But you get a glimpse into the antics, for lack of a better term, of Jay Perrick. And let me see if I can figure out how I want to do this now. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. And we'll just do this, and then I want to do. And
So you start about the
so
encore.
let's just- yeah. Well, no, I'm starting it with a song. You need to see the first part of the song to get the gist of the encore. So that'd be all right. All right. Here we go.
Destination, give Now get right back out here. You're going to be that crazy at this time, and I can do it again. Wait, come on.
Unfortunately, the video ends right about there, but that's some good stuff right there from the Lefevre Quartet, Sailing Away. And that's what we were talking about earlier and what Jay was referencing too. So
That was
incredible.
Man, he usually has a good
Best way I
song.
know how to put it.
I've seen him do that
Neil,
song.
I can't hear you for some reason. Let me see.
Can you not? 1, 2, 7,
There we
8,
go.
9.
Let me see. Wait a minute.
Am I there
I
now?
have something else done wrong. I don't.
1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4.
There we go. Now I can. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was me, of course, but
I was going to say, I actually heard him sing that song before in person, and Jay usually has a good time on himself, but yeah, the rest of that, he said, just happened that night when they come out and told him to do the whole song again. And if you watch close, y'all can find that on YouTube. If you go out there and search for it, you can find that. And if you watch close, you'll see Mike go around to Jordan, and then he goes over there to Will, and even goes over to the piano player at one time, and he's passing the word around about what they're going to do. Yep. He's planning it. If you watch it over on the side. So, it was great.
Good stuff. So you never know what version you're going to get. So me or Neil, one's liable to pop back out on stage and say, yeah, just do the whole thing again. Just
do the whole thing.
Channel our own guy there. I started. Dwayne Guerin was the MC that came out there.
Right.
Well, we want to hear from y'all. If y'all want to chime in, just feel free to. We'll say hey to you, and just want to remind you again about a week from Saturday, July 23rd at the Fayette Civic Center. 6 o'clock is the start time, so make note of that. And just come on. Don't need a ticket. Just show up and expecting to have a great time, and we'd love to see you there.
I mean, I'm just so sure that we are just going to have a blast. I think there's going to be a bunch of people there wanting to hear the Lefevre Quartet. And I'm just, I can remember one time, Chris, when we were growing up, Nanny, she was to us, our mother's mother, grandmother. There was something coming up that I was looking forward to. And I said, I just wish you'd hurry up and get here. And she said, Neil, don't wish your life away. There's a lot of truth to that, You take each moment, live each moment as you get there. But boy, I'm so anxious for that night to get here, I'll have to say.
Looking forward to it. It just seems like it gets closer every day. Oh, wait, it does. So,
it does.
Just like to come into the Lord. So there you go.
That's right.
This ain't going to cost you any extra. This is just me free-flowing thought here.
Right.
Willie Nelson has got a song. I think it's on one of his because that joker still puts out an album, seems like about every 2 months. But
yeah.
And I don't know if I'm getting this exactly right, but the gist of the song is live every day like it's your last, and one day you're going to be right. And I was like, man, that's almost gospel song.
Mm-hmm. It could be. You could definitely turn that into a gospel song. And it might get played on real Southern gospel.
Yeah, you never know. That's called the little trick when I have to sneeze, and I don't want to see anybody see me sneeze on camera. So that's why I turned my camera off and muted my microphone. Sorry about that.
It's all right. No problem.
I just love that song. I was like, man, that's Burton Ear gospel right there. Live every day like it's your last, and one day you're going to be right. So.
Yeah. That's a good one. That is a good one.
Shout out to some folks down at Mount Moriah Free Will Baptist Church. We were down there. Faithful Friends was this past Sunday, and with Brother Roy Plyman and Brother Tim Brazier and a bunch of familiar faces. And I had a couple of folks there. Neil told us that they had seen us on this. Brother Roy was one of them.
Oh, good. Good
And
deal.
so he said he had been watching us, and I don't think he sees it live, but he does go back and look at it later, like a whole bunch of folks do.
Yeah.
So just wanted to say hey to them. And then this coming Sunday, we're going to be just up the road here, just outside of Fayette at Spring Hill Baptist Church, about 8 miles down 107. As you're going out of Fayette, take a right there on 107 if you're going toward Vernon on Highway 18, like you're going toward Vernon. Take a right on Highway 107, go about 8 miles, and you'll see that. It's just an afternoon singing. We'll just be there starting at 1 o'clock. So if you're in the Fayette area and want a little sneak preview of what you're going to see on the 23rd, we'd love for y'all to come over and be with us this coming Sunday. So.
Good deal. And if you happen to live over more towards the Pickens County way, Chosen Witness this Sunday is going to be, just a stone's throw from Mount Moriah, where y'all were last Sunday at Union Hill Free Will Baptist. I guess that's probably technically in the metropolis of Coal Fire, Alabama, I think.
There you go.
I think I said last week Ethelsville, but it's really, it's Maction or Coal Fire or somewhere. It's out in the woods out in that area in Pickens County. Y'all can find it if you want to come. We'll be singing there this Sunday morning, so don't skip your church. But if you had no other place to be, come and join us there, Union Hill Free Will Baptist.
Absolutely.
This Sunday.
Well, do you want to free flow thought some more and just do whatever? Or you didn't put but one song in the show notes. I guess we maybe should have opened with it, but
I did just
maybe we're going to close with it or whatever the case might be. But.
Yeah, just dropped one song. I thought, you know what? It ain't like we got to be on a schedule and I got to have a tight list of here's what we're going to do. And we got to do exactly an hour and 13 minutes each week and all that. So I thought, hey, let's just go talk to Jay a little bit and have a good time. And then just whatever happens, whatever will be, will be. Hey, that might be a good song.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
And we were scheduled to have Robbie Maxwell from New Ground on with us tonight, but she let me know this morning, y'all be in prayer for her husband, Dale Maxwell's, his grandmother passed away this morning. So they were going to be out of pocket, but Robbie said that she'd get back up with us real soon. So looking forward to having Robbie. Talk about a barrel of fun right there. It's always fun getting to talk to Robbie and listen to New Ground songs. So we'll be featuring her here in the next few weeks. And
okay, good deal.
I don't know for sure yet, but I think I'm going to go visit with Ron Foster this Sunday morning over at
95.3 The
Bear. And this is full disclosure and telling on myself all the same time, but I was on my way down to Mount Moriah this past Sunday morning. I was listening to Ron, and a song came on, and I'm not going to tell you who because that's none of your business, but I didn't really care for it that much. And so I flipped over. When I don't listen to Ron, if we've got a Sunday morning singing somewhere, I listen to the Bluegrass channel on Sirius XM because they call it the Gospel Train, and they play nothing but bluegrass gospel, and I'm all about that too. And so when I flipped over there, they started playing a Doyle Lawson song. And so I had stopped for a minute, and I sent Ron. I said, Ron, I hear you playing Doyle Lawson. Can I come see you next Sunday? And then it hit me. Wait a minute. That wasn't right. So I quickly sent him another message. I said, look, I'm an idiot, but you know that already. I'd flipped over and was listening to bluegrass. So that's why I said play Doyle Lawson. But anyway, leaving me to mess something up. So.
Oh, well.
But anyway, he told me to, and I need to get with him. But I'm planning on going over and seeing him this Sunday morning to talk about the singing next week from Saturday night. So
right.
Looking forward to visiting with that. And somehow, if we can work it out, we're going to have Ron on here sooner rather than later. So
we are. I actually talked to him again about that, and he said they had actually had an upgrade to their internet, and he wanted us to do another test, and he might be able to do it from his home now. So we just need
that'd be good.
We need to. I'll get him and try that out one night, and we'll get him on here too because he's been telling folks about it on Sunday mornings on his show about the singing coming up, just like he did back in March. And if you want to hear some good Southern gospel, Ron's a good place to listen on a Sunday morning.
95.3 The Bear, or you can listen on their app at 95.3 The Bear. Just get it from wherever you get your apps from. And I told Ken Cook, I said, look, if I come and install a camera on your computer, will you join us? And he said he would. So
Okay.
we'll have Ken on sooner rather than later. And so with that in mind, I want to play a Ken Cook Faithful Friend song. Can I? Okay, thank you.
Please do. You read my mind, really, because I was thinking we need to play some Faithful Friends tonight. I
Well,
really
we
was
need,
thinking that.
well, I appreciate that, but I want to play a song that we recorded with him as soon as I can find it. There it is. But Ken just does a good job, just wears this song out on one call without a valley. Here's Ken Cook and Faithful Friends. As soon as I can get it to play. There we go.
I've been walking through a valley. It was dark and it was drear, yet in the middle of my sorrow, I heard Jesus say, "Child, I'm still here," but without a valley, how would I ever know that His strong and gentle hand would never let me go? How would I know for sure that I'm secure and safe where'er I go without a valley? How would I know? So I thank you, Lord, for each trial, how you're teaching me your perfect love. You have shown that I can still have joy inside, even though the road seems long and rough. But without a valley, how would I ever know that His strong and gentle hand would never let me go? How would I know for sure that I'm secure and safe where'er I go without a valley? How would I know? But without a valley, how would I ever know that His strong and gentle hand would never let me go? How would I know for sure that I'm secure and safe where'er I go without a valley? How would I know? How would I know for sure that I'm secure and safe where'er I go without a valley? How would I know?
Well, despite the tenor singer, that was a good song right there. Ken Cook featured on Without a Valley here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Well, whoa, that was weird. It was like you popped on and then you got real close. I don't know what
You
happened.
mean like this right here?
Yeah, but it was like it was I don't know. We'll go back and look at it in post production and see what happens.
Uh,
But we let me see. As long as we're just winging it, I won't play another song because I want to.
while you doing that, I was thinking about something when you said that, except for that tenor singing, but I was thinking about them tenor singers. And just the other day, I was thinking about people like Jay Perrick and all. When they was a little bitty fella and their voice was real high and all, did they get to be a teenager and their voice just didn't change? Is that what happens when you're a tenor singer? It
I
just,
guess so. I don't know.
I know with me and you growing up, when you was almost 4 years younger and had the real high voice that hadn't changed yet, and you were singing tenor with me and you and Daddy. And then all of a sudden your voice changed and it fell down below mine. And it's like, if we're going to keep doing it, somebody else going to have to sing tenor. And so I had to tighten the belt up and try to do it there for a little while. But so I know yours changed. And now in your later years, it just got high again. So I don't know what's up with that.
I have no explanation for it other than guys like, okay, you can be a tenor singer now. So
There you go.
I guess so. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, Johnny Duran said, good job, Ken. So
Oh, sure.
thank you. Boy, howdy, what a great time we had last week with Johnny. That was a lot of fun.
That was
To get him back, play about, we could probably do one of these shows every week and play as many songs as we did last week and be doing the same show next year at the same time and still not repeated the Johnny Duran song.
probably so. Yeah.
That man has churned them out. So
Yes.
I want to play my brother. Can I play my brother? Okay, thank you.
I don't know about that
I'm just putting this on you. We're gonna play this one. I feel like hearing Neil sing "Child, Child."
Think back to the time when Jesus saved your soul. Remember the joy when you gave him full control. But if time has removed the peace you knew then, he's calling you back to the place you began. Child, child, oh, why do you wonder out in the darkness, away from the fold? Child, child, there's comfort in closeness, so walk just as close as you can. I know I'm redeemed, 'cause I've been to Calvary. Though sometimes I'll falter and I'll fail his will to see, but forgiveness is all mine. In him I'll rejoice, 'cause I'm one of his sheep, and the sheep know his voice. Oh, child, child, oh, why do you wonder how as close as you can.
Are there any questions? There better not be. There's the real singer of the Champion family. Good job, Neil. And child. Wait a minute, I got to get that off of us. So there you go. Now, there we go. Now I got you.
Yeah, that album cover. Put it back up there just a minute. I was going to say something about that.
All right, go.
Yeah, I remember that Sunday afternoon after we sang there at Liberty Free Will Baptist when Miss Ann Cantrell, Doug's Cantrell's mom, he's on the front left there as you view that cover. She made those pictures for us for that upcoming album, and I mean it was really, really bright, sunny that day, and so I mean, there's really no fault of hers, but the lighting turned out kind of, where a lot of those coats are just kind of washed out. They all look white. And you don't know how thankful I was for that, because back in that day, I don't know if you remember, but I wore the hot pink coat.
Oh, yeah.
We had the pastel color coats. Avon Russian had a light baby blue. Daddy had the green. You had a yellow one, and I had the pink one. And I was glad when that album cover come out and they just looked white. I was glad of that for sure. But no, Aunt Ma and Uncle Fag actually wanted to get us some gear to wear at that time, and those pastel colors was the thing at that time, and they actually got those coats, and we wore those pastel coats for several years there singing with the Bama Boys. So
yeah.
And matter of fact, Mama said just the other day, Chris, she told me, she said, back in this so-and-so back closet at the house, there's this pink coat hanging back there. So it's still there at Mama's house. So.
Oh, yeah. I may have to go fetch that.
Yeah. It might work on you now.
Yeah. Bust it out. I agree with Denise Harrelson McSweeney. Says Neil has such a beautiful voice. So.
Oh, my, Denise.
Yeah.
Good to see you on here.
Johnny says, way to sing, Neil. Good job.
Poor Johnny. So.
All
righty then. But I had a memory from that song. One of the Bama Boys specials, and some, I know people watching this, at least some of them will remember when we had the Bama Boys specials back in the day. Once a year, had them at either at the South Lamar High School there in Millport, or at the Fayette Civic Center where our very first one was, and some of the others. And then I guess the last couple, maybe we moved up to what was then Brewer State, now Bevel, to the auditorium up there. But anyway, one year I can remember us doing Child at that Bama Boy Summer Special, and our dad had a first cousin, Lynette Champion. And we hit that song, and man, I was giving it all I had, because I was so pumped up because of that night. Every year, man, I get excited when it's time for the Bama Boy Summer Special to roll around. And we did that song, and right as it, I cut that last note off, out of the corner of my eye, I see Lynette, and she popped to her feet. I mean, standing ovation. I couldn't get over it. And the thing was that everybody followed her, and everybody stood up. I mean, wait a minute. Whoa. And not after Neil Champion sang, but I do have that memory of that song and how excited she was just to see her after we sang that song that night. And a lot of other people were too, because they followed her, and I think we encored it. But I don't care if y'all think I'm patting myself on the back, because I definitely don't do that often. But that was a memory that I wanted to bring up about that. I really, really remember that. And Lynette was there might have been some others that popped up early too, but I caught her out of the corner of my eye when she popped up as soon as we ended that song.
Remember that old Lamar County proverb, he that tooteth not his own horn, the same shall not be tooteth. So there you go. It's all right to brag on yourself what is it? It ain't bragging if it's true. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, me. Anyway.
Well, I've got some other stuff that I've got to do to clear off my decks tonight, but so we're going to pull up a little short if that's okay. If it's not, fine. I'll go away and you can stay here as long as you need to. No, but I want to, the one song that you put in, and I couldn't help myself, I had to go pull this back up again, was one that Mr. Herbie Bryant wanted to hear one night. He said, did. Joe, Chris, and Neil, will you please sing the national anthem for me? That was on October the 18th of 1986 at Oaks Chapel Church. Daddy wrote on that.
Right.
And so is it all right if we kind of close things out with the national anthem?
Let's do that. Y'all remember July 23rd, come see us, come see Faithful Friends, come see the Lefevre Quartet. And yes, we will leave you with our national anthem, as sung like it was back in the 80s by the champion guys in Avon Russian, like we did at the Millport High School football field when we first started singing this.
Oh, yes.
But,
Jack
oh, yes.
Hankins almost demanded that we sing it when Millport
Right.
got on the run in the playoffs. So
And then we opened the Bama Boys Summer Specials every year with it. Yes. Our
but
national.
we're gonna close things out. Let me just check the comments right quick and see. Well, Boo Shaw said if you have to, I guess you can leave early. I'm sorry, Boo, but it's one of them. Wednesday nights is my late night anyway because of work, and then I got some other stuff I got to get done. But we're going to close here. We're going to play the national anthem. We're going to do like they did back in the old days in TV land, and we're going to sign off as soon as the national anthem gets through playing. So hope y'all can be with us. I think Wednesday next week, Neil. Do we know that for sure? Or
I'm good with
we'll
that.
talk about it, but
Yeah.
hopefully y'all can be with us, and we might have another Lefevre Quartet member on. You never know. So just we'll put the word out when we figure everything out. And I was trying to get some ratings this week. I read somewhere that it was Shark Week, so I decided to wear my Shark Week shirt. I don't know. Nobody said anything about it, and I'm disappointed. But anyway, thank y'all. Come to the Fayette Civic Center on July 23rd. We'll see you next time, and God bless.
Oh, say, can ye see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes